Woo! What is up, peeps? Big G Gadgets coming back at you, another review. But before I dive in, I've got to say a few thank yous, because thank yous are due. Firstly, a big thank you to a person called Ira. Sorry if I got that wrong, probably got it wrong. I'm sorry. This person contacted me via email and just said, hey, loving your content, here's a new YouTube banner. It looks sweet, it looks pimp. And if you want to check out some more of this person's work, then check out the Facebook page that they've got, check out their YouTube channel. I'll put some links in the description below. Second thank you I've got to make is to Gearbest for reaching out and providing me this particular gadget that I'm going to review for you lot today. Without further ado, thank you to Gearbest. Let's jump in! I'm sure you've probably gathered what I'm reviewing today. It is the Mi Band 3 from Xiaomi. Big shout out to Gearbest. Thank you very much. This is the first real fitness tracker, smart band thingy-majiggy that I've reviewed on this channel, so bear with me as I get my toes wet in this review. Firstly, what do you get in the box? First thing you get in the box is your silicone band. Pretty comfy. Separated from the device itself, you can switch, swap, change the band with the watch, face, dongle, tracker thing as much as you like. Gearbest have got hundreds, thousands, well, maybe not thousands, but you know, they've got a good selection of different bands that you can switch and swap and change with the Mi Band 3. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check them out if you were to purchase a Mi Band 3. Along with the interchangeable band, you've got your charging cable, which isn't too long, probably less than 10 centimeters in length. But then saying that, the 110 milliamp hour battery in the device actually lasts a pretty long time. I charged this up when I received it 4 or 5 days ago, 100%, currently on, I don't know if you can see that, 52%. That's crazy! 5 days, half a battery gone. This battery lasts a long time. The only thing I will say is that it's not micro USB, it's actually a proprietary Xiaomi charging device. So if you lose it, you are going to have to buy a new one from Gearbest or another alternative source. They're not expensive, they're about £1, give or take, with shipping. So maybe you should get yourself 2 or 3 when you get a Mi Band 3. Bit of free advice there. You're welcome. Now, speaking of the tracker itself, the watch face, the dongle, whatever you want to call it, some of the specs are as follows. It's rated as 5 ATM waterproof, meaning that you can sweat, be in the rain, heck, you can down shower or swim with it. Out the box, it feels pretty solid. 0.78 inches in length, 128 by 80 pixels, OLED display, touch screen with a button at the bottom which uses as a function button. The device looks pretty nice when it's sitting there on your wrist, looking all gadgety and shiznit. Looking all gadgety and shiznit. Looking all gadgety and shiznit. Oh, I really shouldn't give up my day job. I do have a couple of gripes with the screen though, and here they are. Firstly, it isn't the brightest of screens. When it's sunny outside, when there's a bright light, you may have trouble seeing the actual display in all its OLED glory. Another gripe I have is its vertical display. Great, Xiaomi being a Chinese company in Chinese language, written in a vertical format, probably a great idea. But for any language that's natively written in a horizontal format, such as English, Spanish, most European, and actually most other languages in the entire world, then the words can get pretty cramped and you may have trouble reading a notification, a message, WhatsApp, whatever, on that shrunken screen. But all in all, for the price you're paying, it's about 23 squids on Gearbest right now, you can't really complain for how pretty, how good looking it is when it sits on the wrist. One of the drawbacks of the Mi Band 3 is the fact that the functions on the device itself are pretty limited. It will tell you the time, the date, how many steps you've done. It will even measure your heart rate for you if you wanted to do it on the spot right there and then. And it even has a stopwatch and a Find My Phone function, which I have already been abusing quite a lot since getting the device. And speaking of which, this is where most of the power, most of the functionality is driven from. Now, if you don't mind going to your phone or your tablet or whichever device the Mi Fit app is installed upon and paired with the phone, then this is a pretty sweet band. But that lack of functionality does may turn some more hardcore fitness freaks away, and they may want to go for that higher price point to get that added functionality. But the app is pretty nice. Syncing with the device the first time is pretty straightforward. Just Bluetooth 4.2. The home page gives you a breakdown of your usual stuff, your heart rate measurements, your activities, how many miles or kilometers you've walked, cycle routes. It even gives you a breakdown of your sleep pattern if you wear this at night and tell the app to do so. It will give you a breakdown of length of sleep, how much deep sleep you get in, light sleep you get in, and if you're beating anybody else on your sleep patterns. Now, with the fitness tracker, the activities are probably where most of you want to know some info, and starting an activity is driven by the app and is pretty straightforward. Dive into the activity tab, choose whichever activity you're doing. You've got a choice of outdoor running, treadmill, cycling or walking. Hold the start button, boom, off you go. Now, as long as you're taking your phone with you and GPS is enabled, it will track your route, also track your heart rate or your speed along that particular route. Now, accuracy, I'm not too sure, I haven't run any tests, but I'm going to go with the fact that if it's comparative to the activities you've got on the Mi Fit Band previously and after, how accurate does it really need to be, as long as it's the same point after point, time after time. But there you have it. For less than 25 quid, you get yourself a fitness tracker that you can wear 24/7, shower with, swim with, dance in the rain with. That you got all the activities that you can track, your heart rate, your footsteps, your calories burnt, the miles you've walked, for under 25 quid. Heck, I might buy two. Thanks, Gearbest. You're amazing.